Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Tonight, we're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County home. Did you realize what Daniel said to a reporter in the early days of them going missing? Stay tuned. Maybe. Thank you, Pam.
Coming in clutch, better tighten them pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
One second. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is October 14th, 2025. It is currently 11 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you so very much, guys. Good to see you. Um, so I was watching, someone sent me a clip to a criming shame, and I've read this article before, but there's been so much um with this case, right? So much that I had just forgotten about it because Daniel says so many things since day one. It's hard to keep up, really. It really is hard to keep up. So good to see you all. We've got a lot to talk about. If you don't mind, my beautiful pearls, please do me a favor and click that thumbs up button in my live stream as y'all come in. And my replay crew, how are you? please hit that thumbs up button and consider sharing the live out for extra bonus points. I do apologize. It is a little later for a lot of my people. I know, but I thank you all for being with me. Good to see you guys. Pam, thank you. Thank you so much, Pam. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. Good to see you. Really do appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Sue. You're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. I love y'all. Good to see you, Pam, and thank you so much for being a member here on the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, my dear. And Miss Sherry Lynn, thank you so much, my dear. How you doing, Miss Sherry? Good to see you, my dear. Really do appreciate you, my love. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you give our girl, Miss Sherry, a big, big, big thank you. Thank you so much for your support, Miss Sherry. I do appreciate you. And thank you for being a member as well, my love. Jen, thank you so much, my dear. Coming in clutch. Let's get Justin his goal. He's like, aw, thank you, baby. You're very sweet. Thank you, Miss Jen. Really do appreciate you. You're always so kind, my love. And thank you for everything, truly, as well. Good to see you. And Miss Pam again. Thank you, Miss Pam. Appreciate you. Love you, Justin. You're so compassionate. Aw, thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you. The only thing I'm not compassionate, I try to have a little compassion and understanding for everything, but I lose my compassion when it comes to people neglecting kids, hurting kids, animals, someone, something that can't defend for themselves, all that kind of stuff, right? So, uh, hello, L. Kennedy. Good to see you, Sue, Darlene, Abigail, Roxy K, Enoch, Denise, Finding Solace. Oh, thank you, Miss Kelly. You're very, very kind to me, Kelly. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Truly. Thank you so much, Miss Kelly. I really do appreciate that. And if you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our girl Kelly a big, big thank you. Hello, just me. Good to see you, Kim, Enoch, Shannon, Shelby, Sherry, Sue, Denise. Good to see you. Back on track with Kat. Good to see you. Baby kisses. DCR. What is a pearl necklace? It's a pearl necklace that you wear around your neck. I can go get mine. That's what a pearl necklace is. It's a membership, is what it means. We call it. It's a membership. P Girl, good to see you. Tracy, Enoch, Alicia, Robin, Wolf, Sherry, Roxy, Shannon, Shelby, Bonaboo, Denise, Linda, Lindsay. Yep, same. I agree. I just don't, you don't mess with kids, right? But I was watching that, and I want to cover some of that tonight. It's going to be more of a chill stream than my normal ones are. But hi, Justin, 11:03 here. What? I just woke up and was hoping to stay asleep all night. Glad I didn't. I'm usually with the replay crew. HC, well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Do appreciate you. Finally, quiet tears now, just angry about all the little ones and less. I was really upset too, Kelly, about earlier. I knew it was coming, right? But you can never get used to something like that. You know what I mean? You can never get used to something like that. So that's just that. Yeah. So there we go. Thank you, Allie. Thank you so very Daniel thinks he's clever. We know he's not. Yes. First of all, Allie, thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate you, and thank you for being a member as well. So yeah, you're exactly right. I was thinking about this earlier, and people's like Do you really think Daniel could outsmart the RCMP? And I'm like, no, I don't. But I do think there are circumstances at times that the RCMP doesn't have a lot to work with. And I think that, in my opinion, is the case for Summer Wells, and I think it's the case for Jack and Lilly. I think where they lived, right, out where they lived, is a big factor, right? I think of how they lived is a big factor. Didn't have a lot of neighbors. Nobody really pays attention to what's going on. Um, they're all country people. It doesn't matter if it's Tennessee or Nova Scotia. They're all real country people. They don't have a lot of cameras in that area. Uh, Daniel admitted to not taking his phone. If you didn't go, on a highway or a main road in that area, well, what are they going to find? Right? What are they going to find? It's not that these outsmarted, it's just the circumstances. But I have faith. We got to have faith. We have to have faith, right? So, no way, they're just letting Daniel babble and having a good. I really think, Beverly, I think you're right. I think the more Daniel speaks, the better. Let that mother chicken lie. Because I do believe the longer it goes on, the more comfortable he'll feel. Oh, I got this, so I can talk. I can talk. Let him talk. I believe he'll take care of it. Mike, I got your email earlier, by the way. Thank you so much. I'll get to. Oh my God, Shannon, thank you so much, honey. That is very generous of you. My goodness. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. I appreciate you all very, very much. You guys are absolutely amazing. Very, very amazing. Thank you. You guys always make my day better. So thank you, truly. Thank you, Shannon. Much love. You are incredibly supportive. And I appreciate that. I hope you guys know that when I say that, like, truly, thank you very much, Miss Shannon. Love you to pieces. Hey, Mike, I got your email earlier. Thank you so much, by the way, and thank you for this. I believe the 2017 Nissan Pathfinder was last year could turn off GPS manually. Yes, I haven't got back to get to your email, but I want to look into that. Maybe we can talk about that and do some digging. I absolutely believe that Malehya's car was not used that night. I believe if a car or vehicle was used, it was not from Daniel and Malehya's and Janie's property. I believe it was someone else's or a four-wheeler, an ATV, right? And there's always a way to turn something off, right? There's always a way to turn something off. And I think we should probably look into that. I think you're right. I think it's got to check out it all of it. Um, well, Diesel, what we're going to talk about tonight is kind of gets you wondering that. And you know how I've said, well, come on, RCMP, get the lesser of two evils, so to speak, whoever that is. And I believe the lesser of two evils, in my opinion, is Malehya. I don't necessarily support her more than I do Daniel, but I don't believe the kids would be missing if it wasn't for one of those individuals on the property, and there was only two others uh, other than Malehya, adults. And I'm not talking about uh, Janie. So there you go. So yeah. So a reporter said something and it stuck with her in her head. And it makes me have, I don't even know, like Malehya, she says the things, I just want my babies to come home. I don't, we don't have any idea, that kind of thing. And I think it would be best, I don't see, and I say this, I don't see how any possibility that she wouldn't know unless Malehya was asleep and Daniel was up that night and did something, right? But that doesn't stop the fact of a mother not speaking. She would be speaking. And that's why I think she knows. And their stories don't make sense. Yep. Martika, yep. Why won't she talk? Because I don't think she was asleep and something went on without her. I don't think that. Um, so I think she has to know something, in my opinion. Hey Jessica, good to see you, love. Thank you so much. You are an OG, Jessica. Thank you so much, my dear, for putting up with me for 19 months. That is very humbling. Thank you so much, my dear. I really, really, really do appreciate that. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being you, my love. Good to see you. And you're amazing, Jessica. You really are. You've worked in this community tremendously, and God bless you for it. Thank you. And thank you again. My goodness. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support, my love. You guys are amazing. Have the police said that she is not talking as long as she's speaking to them? That's fine. The police has never said that she wasn't speaking. In fact, the RCMP has said that they both have been cooperative. Now, I don't personally like the term cooperative because it's very, I mean, it's not that I don't like the word, it's a big variable on what cooperative means. Right? Cooperative just means you're willing to sit down and talk, or you are not impeding, trying to impede with the it varies so much. It's very vague. And just because you're cooperative doesn't mean you're telling the truth. Let's get that straight. That's the main thing. Right? Just because you're cooperative doesn't mean you're telling the truth. As much as I don't want to believe it, but I do feel that Daniel and Janie has the same thing in the something in the missing. I don't see I don't know. I I don't know if I really don't think Janie has necessarily anything to do with it, but in my opinion, I think she knows a lot more, in my opinion. I think that she turned her head, right? Pinched her nose kind of thing. Hey, Donna, good to see you. I think M took money off the top someplace to get out of that situation, and they wanted it back, so they took. Oh, really? Hey, Joyous. I think Janie is just covering for Daniel, but yeah, I, 1,000. I don't think Janie physically did anything, right? Uh, but I do think if there was someone rolling in and out of that house that night, no matter how quiet it was, she's going to know, and the dog's going to bark. None of them had any money. Nope. No money. No money. And, that area is, it's a hard hit area. Um, it's kind of like in one of the, I don't know if it was the CBC, forgive me, but one of the Canadian news sites, they compared it with Appalachia in the United States. Appalachia starts at, I think, Alabama or Mississippi and goes all the way up into parts of New England. But the main Appalachias, like we consider West Virginia, Western Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, parts of North Carolina, those areas. And they've been hit really, really hard in the last, Appalachia's been hit with economic and all of that stuff. So I, that was one of the questions I asked when I started this. I was like, well, what's kind of the industry in that area? And there's not really an industry. It's, I don't know how, like, how do you live if there's just nothing, nowhere to get a job? You know what I mean? I guess you would work from home, maybe. Maybe work from home. A second to no one. Good to see you. Um, let's see here. Plus, when I assumed my daughter had autism before diagnosed, I didn't. I did all the steps to keep her from being able to wander. Yes. Baby proof. Uh, why are the kids with suspected autism outside alone? I don't believe. I think Malehya. like we saw in a lot of these cases, the little Brian who was in New Orleans, mom said he had autism. Well, he didn't have autism. He was beat as a 3-month-old, and it changed him forever. Just like in this case, I believe Lilly and Jack did not have autism whatsoever. I think they were severely neglected, were not worked with, right? Maybe if they had, a CAT scan, they might be like Brian as well. And people they think just by looking at them that it can be autism, but it's not autism. They've been abused. And whether Jack or Lilly, whether it was physical abuse that did it, had a lot of bruises. Remember, a lot of bruises for a 4 and a 6-year-old. Or it was not paying attention to them, not giving them the right foods, not working with them, not giving them structure, right? Not helping them with homework, not teaching them. You don't have to, be a Harvard graduate to teach your kids, right? And nowadays, there's so many things that will really do it for you with an app or whatever. Just sit with them. Sit with them for a moment, right? Time. And, if you, it's kind of like what is the girl that was raised with wolves, or the boy, I don't know if it was a girl or boy. They become a certain way, right? Almost, I hate to use the word feral, but nurturing a child is the most important thing, right? It's not easy and it's not perfect for any of us. But there's that. Shari, good to see you, love. Thank you so much for your membership, my dear. Good to see you. Really do appreciate you, my love. And we saw that in and that's right. That's right. It's and there is a broad spectrum, very, very broad spectrum. Um, even like Asperger's now, it falls under the autism umbrella. They don't call it even Asperger. It's all autistic now, and it's sad. Okay, let's get with it. Let's get with the program, shall we? So, let me. Oh God. I'm trying my computer not to crash. All right, let me see if I can pull this out. So I was listening to It's a Crime and Shame earlier, and I forgot it, and I pulled that article up because I do think it's very, very important. Let me. Okay, so credit goes to It's a Crime and Shame. Should I play that video or should I just read it first? Let me read this part first. That's what I'll do. And then we'll go to that. Okay. So there was a reporter that was out in the early days of Jack and Lily vanishing, shall we say, right? Oh, give me
Get-go.
1 second. Where's the damn thing? I should have. I do way too many tabs. I get like anxious and I think, oh, I'm not going to have enough to talk about. And then I get so many things up here, I can't find it. Ooh. Okay, here it is. I found it now. Here we go. Okay. So this article, I've read the whole thing to you guys before August 8th. It was the long article that was put out. And it's very important. And there's so much to it. I should have went through it several times, but I didn't. Um, so this is a woman named Lindsay. And she says, I arrived in Lansdowne Station to report on the case a few days after the children had been reported missing. Born and raised in Nova Scotia, I had never heard of a community of Lansdowne until Jack and Lily disappeared. It's a blur of wilderness on a rural highway, a gritty corner of Pictou County with a few dozen homes, no cellular service, and a network of roads that snake deep into the hillsides. But now, for many others, here is in the Maritimes and across the country, Lansdowne is on the map, a place where two children can just disappear. One of the first people I spoke with was the children's stepfather, Mr. Daniel Martell. He approached me as soon as I walked into the driveway, offering up the home Wi Fi and affably answering all my questions. Daniel was wanted to offer up that Wi-Fi just as soon as anybody stepped on that property. Remember, what's that, Wolf? Um, remember that Daniel kept saying they're gonna uh check who's been inside our yard, if they're Wi-Fi connected and all that stuff. Um, yeah, just continue. Listen to this. Just listen. So the reporter comes on. Daniel meets her, is going straight toward her. And he walked into the driveway and started offering up his Wi Fi and answering questions. He explained how he and his partner, Malehya, the children's mother, had been dozing with their toddler on the morning of May 2nd when they awoke to a silent house and realized Jack and Lily were gone. He said he assumed they put on their boots and walked out the back door, leaving the fenced in backyard. In that interview, he was especially preoccupied that Malaya, this is a very important part. He was In that interview, he was especially preoccupied that Malaya had left him and gone to stay with her mother. Quote, quote, Daniel, because I know you're watching. Quote, Junkyard Janeth, because I know you're watching. Quote, she's going to try to blame everything on me, but she doesn't get in trouble, end quote, he said. Yeah. Day three. Day three. 72 hours after they, from the get. Yeah. She's going. Now, we know Daniel has said this. What is everything? Well, that's the question. Yes. She, meaning Malehya, is going to blame everything on me. What is everything? And it says, quote, but she doesn't get in trouble. I think it's so she doesn't get in trouble. But said, now listen to this. The reporter said, why would there be to blame? I asked. At that stage, search and rescue teams were still scouring the woods for Jack and Lilly, and many appeared to have hope the children would be found alive. Quote, I don't know, end quote, he said. You do know, Daniel. You absolutely do know. You would not. You going to bed, Pam? Good night, darling. Appreciate you. Get some rest. I would absolutely. You would not say that, Daniel, had you not know. A kid or kids don't go missing. And again, and you just blame Malehya. Also, Daniel has. Oh, hey, Stacy. Good to see you. Hi, Justin. Love you. Thanks for the. Oh, thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you. Thanks for the hard work. Thank you, baby. Good to see you. Appreciate you, Miss Stacy. Thank you for being a member here on the channel as well. I am so jealous. Pecan pie. But remember, Daniel has said, he told her this, she's going to blame everything on me, but she doesn't get in trouble. He said, remember the shirts? Malehya took my shirts and I, don't know why. And she's she's setting me up. He said, or if those shirts are found with Jack and Lilly, she's setting me up. Right? It's always about him being the victim. He's made himself more the victim than he's ever thought about Jack and Lilly actually being the victim, Daniel. Now, recently, he has stated, or something, I don't know if it was a channel, but they said that Daniel found those two shirts. He got it wrong. No, you didn't, Daniel. No, you didn't. You knew how that made you look. You was, again, trying to get ahead of it. Just like you was trying to get ahead of your your other ex-girlfriend. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, Gypsy. Yep. Yep. If there's not, I mean, it is here too, right? Well, unless there's some physical evidence, you don't need a body. Now, used to be, yes, but now prosecutors still would rather have a body, physical evidence any day. But anyway, Daniel says to the reporter after she said, why would you say that? She says, I don't know. I don't know. He said, what he said struck me, the reporter said. That's what the article says. What he said struck me. It continued to perplex me as Greg and I sought answers. Over the following weeks, gathering information from neighbors, friends, family members, elected officials, and police, we learned that behind the scenes, people's concerns for the children's welfare had already raised flags. Oh, imagine that. Imagine that. You see, Daniel, Junkyard Janie, and Malehya, so many people were concerned before Jack and Lily vanished. Now, this is the thing. The teachers were concerned. They did what they could do, right? They did what they can do. But all we can do is see something, say something, right? Yep. Yep. See, they told me she was divorced and split up. Yes, Daniel's girlfriend is fucking married. Pardon my French. I'm telling you, Daniel, you have 2 stepkids missing, Daniel, right? You're lying out your ass. You can't see your kids, right? And you're not working, and you have time to be in a relationship with a married woman. Just a notification. God will never send you someone's married husband. Okay? Word to the wise, Daniel. And God will never send you someone's married wife either. Both of you, Daniel and the gal, yes, what a web they weave. But I got a question about that. Those bruises that were on her body, and let me tell you something, she's a mother as well. A mother. She's a mother. Woman, listen, maybe she's going through some life stuff. I don't know. But, lady, please stay with your husband if he is not abusive, and be there with your kid, your family. If you can keep the family together, keep the family together. And if you can't, at least keep your kid together with you and not around this toxic BS. Yeah, she does, Beverly. Yes, he does. Daniel's a horn dog. He is. He's a messy horn dog. And he's probably a grinder too, wouldn't surprise me. Just saying. But I digress. Rachel, exactly. Yes, she is married. I don't know what POG is. Shows you I've never been on a dating site, so I couldn't tell you. But I don't know what POG is. Is that an acronym? Horn dog who likes corn dogs. Maybe. Oh, POF. Poof. Puff. I don't know. Oh, plenty of fish. That's what that is. I know that because I see that. I've seen that. My voice is very relaxing. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, lock on the refrigerator. Yeah. He needs to put a lock on his fucking pants and his mouth too, in my opinion. But no, keep your mouth running, Daniel. But oh, that's what I got a question about. Those bruises that are on her body were real. Are real. And Daniel said, he even admitted, yeah, I like to have rough brown chicken, brown cow. If she's with her husband, what did her husband think? Right? What did her husband think? Number one. Number, like, is she separated? He does not notice. I don't know how you could avoid those bruises. Maybe not, but uh her husband, I mean, just by the looks, they look like a good couple. I mean, her husband's a more, at least by the picture that I seen, was more attractive than Daniel. I'm like, girl, you can't fall in love with Daniel. Come on. Well, maybe probably wanted the reward cash. No, I really think that she, like a lot of women, uh and a lot of creators as well. I've talked about this. I've done whole lives on it. People who are people who are easily persuadable, or they will speak to someone who, by all accounts, their story of, whatever the true crime story is, doesn't make sense. But then they'll go talk to that person and they think, oh, oh, I'm coming here for information or whatever. And they do that, but then that person shows you the good part of them, the good part of them. And usually the other person who would do something like that can beat you, can beat people at their own game if you're not careful. And they become manipulated, and they're like, "Oh, listen, when I first started talking to Daniel, I thought something was wrong. But you know something? I got to know him, and he is the sweetest boy. I fell in love with him. Fell in love with him. He's so misunderstood." No, he's not. No, he's not. You see the Daniel post Jack and Lilly. They get wormed in by manipulating. Oh, absolutely, Susanna. And creators do too. Creators who are interested in true crime and they just, do true crime, but they don't really have the strength up here to not be manipulated. They just go with it. Mm-mm. And that's what I've seen it happen time and time again. Time and time again. And they get manipulated. And I think I think she says that. She thought Daniel did something. And when I first came out and said that Daniel was dating someone, people thought, no, he's not. No, he's not. And then, I kind of proved that he was dating someone. And she, we talked and she told me, she's like, I really, she was all lovey dovey with him then. But she's like, oh, I really don't think he did something. I really don't think so. And I'm like, oh, okay. Hold on. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one saying he was innocent. Yeah, that was her. Yep. And, I would try to break down things for her to be like, think about it. Don't think about your emotions here. It's not about how you feel about Daniel, It's think about the logic of what he's telling you and think about the logic of him saying drastically different things. A lot of people are Wolf. A lot of people are, and they get that. Yes, 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 yeah. Right. Oh, Blink, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you very much. Oh, I forgot to say that some people bruise easily. You have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I bruise extremely easily. Love you. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you so much, Blinksy. Yeah, uh, people can. People can. I take a baby aspirin every day, and I bruise. I've not ever been one to. It's really. I don't bruise a lot. Uh, especially prior to my aspirin regimen. I've I'll if I bruise, it's just like a little, like it's almost just a little light little bruise, right? But I do bruise more now since my aspirin regimen. And you're right, certain um, you know, syndromes and medications and all of that can change how you bruise. But the thing about this is Daniel she said Daniel was rough. Rough. With, and I don't mean a dog barking rough. Um, she said Daniel was rough during intimacy. And also by his own text of saying that he wanted to R her, right? But it was asked to Malehya if Daniel was rough. Joe, are you Daniel? No, Daniel, or sorry, Joe does stuff to get the audience riled up. He doesn't mean anything he says, really, or hardly. But the question was asked to Malehya, was Daniel rough in the boudoir? And she said, no, no. Now, that makes me question brown chicken, brown cow. Not romance, but brown chicken, brown cow. You know, that kind of thing. I think YouTube is having issues. Probably it won't accept. Marie, I tried to update my card today on YouTube, and it would not work either. It would say not working or rejected or something like that. And I'm like, it works. I promise you. It's something going on with YouTube, I think. Let me tell you, if a man leads me to a mental health facility, I'm pressing charges on him, period. But you know, Lexi, toxic people, sometimes they think it's just a vacation and they forget exactly everything that they put you through and they go right back. Joe is just Joe. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So thank you, Blinky. Oh my God, Joyous. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Joyous. Appreciate you. Thank you, lovies. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Joyous. Appreciate you very, very much, my dears. Very kind to me, Miss Joyous, and I truly do appreciate you guys. You received one of those pearl necklaces. Make sure you thank our beloved Mr. and Mrs. Joyous. Really, really kind of you. I never thought of it that way. They do. They do. They think it's a vacation for them. All right. So this is always kind of stuck out in her head. Um, and I don't blame her. That would kind of, I mean, how would you feel? Okay. Let's say you are a reporter. Jack and Lily have been missing 3 days. You pull over, you're traveling to Lansdowne Station. You pull over in front of their house on the side of the road. You get your paperwork or your recorder or whatever, and you open the car door, and you fix your coat or whatever as you get out of the car, and you're walking toward the driveway, and you see the Martell staring at you, right? And he's walking toward you, all of him, maybe flying. Stan, it's Mr. Martell. And you talk to him, and he starts immediately uh, spouting off, right? That when they went missing, all of that. And he tells you that the mother of the children left, and he's upset about it. I guess he's upset. She's like, and he says, quote, she's going to try to blame everything on me so she doesn't get in trouble, but she doesn't get in trouble. And you're on this assignment because they say these kids walked out of the door on their own. Wouldn't that stick in your head? Yep. You're right, Shari. You're right. Joe, what are you doing? Do we need to spray you with the water bottle? Members, by the way, if Joe is acting out, we have a Joe spray in your sticker section. You can spray Joe like a kitty cat. Stay off of there, Joe. Spray off there. We do have that sticker down there. Thank you, Carol. Carol is showing that spray that is for Joe whenever he is misbehaving. We love Joe here very much. And he gets a little out of line sometimes, and I have to get him back in line. But he's, when you come here and you're new, he just kind of comes with the place. He comes with the property kind of thing. That's Joe, right? Sometimes he might shit in your lawn. He might bark too loud or whatever. Get you riled up at night. You come out your house with the house coat. You hit him with the newspaper. But if he wasn't around, we would miss him, right? And Joe actually really does care. He really, really does care. He really does care. And I've seen it for him. And he's got cute little guinea pigs, and he is a wonderful guinea pig daddy. He is a wonderful guinea pig daddy. So that's what matters. Justin, that's the pic Daniel uses on Tinder. That's funny. That's funny. I wonder which one he uses on Grindr. Joe is fun, absolutely. He's gotten kicked out of some channels, and he's came in here huffing and puffing. But we've always, told people just be careful with Joe. He says things. He doesn't even mean some things. He's pissed me off before, and I'm like, Joe, he just says it to get a reaction. I crap on the lawn. Yeah. 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 Okay. So yeah. All right, and we continue. So this woman, she says that her and Greg and I sought answers over the following weeks, gathering information from neighbors, friends, family members, elected officials, and police. We learned that behind the scenes, people concerned for the children's welfare had already raised red flags. As one question about Jack and Lily's home, life became more focused around, as our questions about Jack and Lily's home life became more focused around rug use, controlling behavior, signs of potential abuse, ABUSE, and neglect, regarding the children and financial struggles. Daniel stopped taking our calls and answering our messages. Oh, she must have been a really good reporter, who actually asked some hard questions. Hey, PG, little girl, good to see you, honey. Yeah, imagine that. Daniel not taking any questions anymore because she was looking and seeing what was going on, right? Now, Daniel will only speak to you if you don't ask him tough questions and you believe him with everything. Or, in my opinion, you make an excuse for everything, right? It continues. Malehya had done only one interview, one of the few times she has made a public plea for Jack and Lilly. Police have described the case for Jack and Lilly as highly unusual. Most missing persons cases are resolved shortly after they're reported, but the children's disappearance has become a complex of intensive major crime investigation. Dozens of people had been interrogated with some administrative polygraph tests. Police seized electronic devices, viewed thousands of video files, and followed up on hundreds of tips as they await forensic tests on items found during the search, including Lily's pink blanket. The province, meanwhile, offered up to $150,000 reward. Without answers, rumors and theories abound. There are those who believe the children are still alive, others who have resigned to the grim reality. Greg and I won't stop pressuring for answers about Jack and Lily. We will keep looking into what role provincial children protection social workers and their lives prior to the disappearance and how the RCMP are investigating the case. Um, that's weird. One sec. Okay. So yeah, I didn't uh there's more to this if you want to read it. Here it is. There's a little bit more to it. Justin at 23 years old, girl went missing from work. Yes, Gary Lynn, baby, I've been live about that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyway, they messed his face up one big black eye. It looks like someone ground. Who's that, Gary? I don't know who you mean. I don't know if D or M ever mentioned if Lily would take a blanket or with her ever. Oh, crap. What was that? I so there's something new that I think it was Janie added on recently. And I need to see if I can find it quickly. I thought, what the hell? I don't know if I got it or not. Hold on one second. Janie said, oh, let me show you this real quick while I'm thinking. This right here, I thought was RCMP. Someone wrote this earlier. I need to make it bigger. Let me make it bigger so you can see it. And RCMP, we've got to get on this. Please, please don't fail these kids. All right, look at this. The RCMP is 0 to 4 right now. Are these kids, what? I mean, they're actually missing, yes, of course. But Jack Sullivan, Nova Scotia, Lilly Sullivan, Nova Scotia, Darius McDougall, Alberta, Kai, how do you pronounce her last name? Paul Poloviak, BC. Christians, please join me in prayer. But all of these are not solved right now. All of them. And that's not even Dylan on there. Yeah, ICU's fine. What? Purple flowers. Justin, is ICU okay? Of course she's okay. Why would she not be okay? Okay. Let me. Damn it. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Janie now. Fuck, what was it? Got the memory of a goldfish sometimes. All right. Let me pull it up. It'll be okay. One thing I want to show Dr. Is it Vanna? Is these messages. These messages right here about how Daniel talks about Malehya. And now we have the article saying it as well. In fact, quoted. She will go on as long as she can, but will crack after her mental health is put to the test with exams. I'm saying too much. I believe they're alive, and Malehya knows who took them off the property. Malehya will crack soon. Not one person in her family speaks to bring the kids home. She also, that's what it was. Now Janie is allegedly saying Malehya said, when Janie came outside, Malehya said, I wasn't expecting you to be here or something. Does someone remember that? I've got it somewhere, but I don't know what the hell I did. You do, Joyous? I've got it somewhere. I don't know what I did with it, though. When did this come out? Well, I mean, Durwood and Daniel, has made it they've always, tried to push it off, right? On Malehya. One second. But oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. I found it. Finally. God bless me. Sorry, guys. All right. I'm just listening to the DT dude talking to a psychologist about the case. According to him, Junkyard Janie, that's what I added. This person said Janie, just recently told him when she opened up her door and stepped outside the morning the children were reported missing, Malehya said, quote, "Oh, I didn't think you were home," end quote. She didn't say that in her interview, where she gave the tour of the place. Did anyone read that statement to the police? Did she say that in that statement? She didn't say it, but was it said, Wolf, Joyce, anybody? No, what did any was this said on did DT say that she recently said this? Because if I did, I missed it because I didn't hear it. Wolf says a long time ago. Heard it a while back. Janie said she doesn't know why M didn't yell at her in the trailer if she knew I was home. Well, Friday morning, Junkyard Janie generally goes into town with her brother, right? Why didn't she go that morning? Out of all mornings, she goes once a week with her brother every week, but not that week because just a little bit, there's going to be an emergency. Yes. Yes. Her food and her cigarettes and her dog treats, right? Her food, her cigarettes, her Virginia Slim 1000s and a half. It's Virginia Slim 1000 and a half and 3/4, maybe 3/4. Does a half or 3/4 better? Virginia Slim 1000 and a half or Virginia Slim 1000 and 3/4? Which one sounds better? Listen, my dog is stressed. Don't need to stay fluffy. The doctor said go to the Dollarama. Go to the Dollarama and get some Benadryl. Okay? He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You know what I have to do to get the dog's vaccinations? I'm telling you, that veterinarian really likes me. That's all I gotta say. He really likes me. And sometimes I don't have to go to the Dollarama. You know what I mean? I'm good if I visit the vet once a week, if you know what I mean. Brown chicken, brown. There's the Dollarama. There's the Dollarama. I would be scared if I didn't think Janie was there and then showed up out of nowhere. I just don't think anything like that happened that morning. Sarah, you need to. Will you create a video at the Dollarama for me? I want to see what the Dollarama looks like. I'm I'm coming to Nova Scotia and going to the Dollarama. I really am. I am coming to the Dollarama, whether Janie likes it or not. Okay. Let's see here. It is, Brandy. It is. Diesel. Oyster shuckers on sale in aisle 9. Oyster shuckers on sale in aisle 9. Thank you. Justin, did you get the message in Messenger from Daniel stating his kids told? Oh, yes, baby. I sure did. I sure did. Love you, Cal. You okay, darling? Love you, sweeties. Appreciate you. Oh my God, I will. I love the Dollarama. It should own. I should listen. I like the Dollar Tree, but it's almost a $2 tree now. It's almost a $2 tree now. It's like it went from $1 to $1.25. Now it's like $1.50, $1.75, $5, $7, $8, up to 10 whole dollars. I'm telling you, it's bad. Joe, if you ever say that again, I'm banning you. Just kidding. Don't ever say that again. Oh my God. Spray Joe, please. I can get you the timestamp on CS. If you can find it, that would be great because I would like to see that. It's $1.75 where I live. I know it's almost a $2 tree. I mean, when everything gets $2, they're going to have to call it the $2 tree. It's crazy. You know, inflation is bad when everything's almost $2, where everything's expensive. All right. What is this? Okay, thank you. Thank you for sending that. Here we go. Mr. Martell, I need to play something right here. Josephine, what are you doing? What is he doing? The RCMP may not have much to work with, but they see the child's clothing being planted, knowing that a child cannot get the blanket in the tree. Absolutely, God's children. And according to Daniel, they told him it was planted. Yup, the Dollar Tree has $4 things where I am. $4. Do they got oyster shuckers for $4? Corn shuckers? This is the way out of left field, but a family member went after my boyfriend. They don't seem to have morals. Why is Justin not talking? Or really Malehya? Just a thought. Relationships, they're jealous. I'm trying to think here. What do you mean? This is way out in left field, but a family member went after my boyfriend. When you mean went after, do you mean you know what I mean? Or do you mean after in like a bad way or a brown chicken, brown cow way? They don't seem to have morals. Angel, do you mean private dance away? I'm a private dancer, dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. Give me some dog treats and a pack of sweets. Is that what you mean, Angel? Mm. I kind of wondered that, to be honest with you. I was like, is Justin and Malehya? Yes, you got to be Southern. Heathens. That's what we say. Heathens. Oh, Wendy. Okay. All right. Let's get to Mr. Martell here. But I wonder that was Daniel jealous of that? Because he told his new girlfriend, right, that she couldn't have any friends. No way, Linda. I don't think so. What's that Marie did? What, Marie? Like when she's talking about when the kids went missing on, well, they're autistic. Are they who the hell told you that they would? It was just an excuse. First thing she said to her mother was like, I told you they were autistic. Why would you say I told them they were autistic? That's the first thing you see them. You told them they were autistic. It doesn't matter if they're autistic, not autistic, have green hair, purple hair, in a wheelchair, drive a car. They're missing. They're missing. That's what matters.
They went through, and the story continues. In they went through, and
Oh shit, I was
the story
talking.
continues.
I'm sorry, guys.
In
I was muted, sorry. So this looks like a swampy area right here. Now it's in the fall, it was in the spring, right? But there looks like a lot of places like that. Is some of these my Nova Scotian people, could you put something in a swamp and it would be hard to find in certain parts? Hold on, what was that? Wolf said, hungry eyes, something, and I can't disguise God. Hungry eyes. uh, yeah.
they went through, and the story continues. In conclusion to all this, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I'm still helping investigators at every turn we could possibly think of, and hopefully we see some kind of resolution soon, or some kind of outcome that's positive.
Positive. Daniel, what would be a positive outcome? Justin is back with his wife. Yes. You call him Boggs? Yeah, a lot of people call him Boggs, Joyce. What do they have gators or Crocs up there? No. No. Nope, there's no gators past North Carolina. I think in the United States. Probably. Did you call Mr. Meathtel Math out of math? Mathell. Yeah, there's no gators in Canada. Canada has bears. There's got to be snakes in Canada. Is there snakes in Canada? Is there any poisonous snakes in Canada? And moose. Daniel, stay away from the moose knuckles. Daniel, stay away from the moose knuckles. Gators would freeze to death. Yeah. Moose are mean as hell. You have rattlesnakes there? Huh. That's where I would quit if they got to $2 a pack. That was years ago. Oh, and cigarettes is that what you're talking about? Cigarettes and Dollarama is everything's $4 at the Dollarama? Is that what you mean? I've seen about 35. I'm not even joking. Out of 35, I believe 8 ran out in front of my car. Oh my God. I hit a deer. I've hit 2 deers, actually. Yes, he's a spitting viper.
How's that communication in your relationship with RCMP now, 5 months later, and then given that interaction a few weeks ago?
At this point, I go to them. They don't ever come to me. It's just like I have to contact them, I have to go to them, and it's been like that for a little while now.
You see, Daniel, the hero, I have to go to them. It's all me. It's all me. And then you got Janie. My Daniel does everything. Everything that's good and holy. Holy water.
Because I've given them so many leads, and there's only
Daniel, I really want you to stop and think about this. I really want you to stop and think about this. And I would love to hear Dr. V, is it Vanna? Is it Vanna? I have given them several leads. Really? Really, Daniel? What kind of leads? For someone who claims he doesn't know a damn thing about Jack and Lily going missing, how do you give them leads? YouTuber, top of the morning to you, darling. That's Irish. What do you say? How do you say good morning in Australia, other than good morning? Oh, good morning, mate. Good morning, mate. Australians are the least dramatic people on the planet. They're the least dramatic people on the planet. You can be like, there can be a ship going down and like it's up to their neck. I reckon I'd like to cool off anyways today, mate. Yep. It'll be all fine, Cracky. It'll be fine. Right. They're the least dramatic people. You can, like, a fire can be all around them, right? Look at the lovely colors, mate. Don't you like it? They never, like, they're just not dramatic at all. I love it. Americans, we're like, OMG, WTF, what the fuck are you doing? You know, that's Americans. We're very dramatic. Who don't like going down under? Got a point. Now that's a knife. Beauty bonanza, mate. Oh God, sorry. We've got Miss Holy Sherry in here. Oh my God.
So much I can do. I was told not to pursue any leads, so I'm not the one who's going to be going out there investigating.
Why do you pursue leads? Because you are. You're still out there talking to people and finding out new details.
By pursuing leads, they mean if I have a lead, I don't track it down in person. But yeah, like, I'm still open to talk to the public. I have no fake accounts.
What day did he do this? Does anyone know what day he did this interview? You got a Band-Aid on your thumb? I'm really bad with the Australian accent. Cracky. I love Australian Survivor so much better than ours. King George is the most dramatic and entertaining Survivor player I've seen. And yes, the Band-Aids are from the Dollarama. I don't blame you. Exactly.
I don't have.
But I would like to know when he did this interview, because he said, no, I don't have any fake accounts. And one thing Daniel wanted to tell to get out ahead was that if any accounts, that's strange and starts talking about Daniel, that they're fake. How would he know? I got to be on a pig boar watch one night. We made spears out of tree branches. I had so much fun chasing them away from camp, and them chasing us was scary. Bubbly, a pig, a wild pig, they are the meanest animals ever. Thank you, Justin. Now I've got private dancer. But is it Janie's private dancer? I'm a private dancer, a dancer for smokes and some dog treats too. I'm your private dancer, and any old dog treat will do. The dog won't start barking. What's the dog's name? I forget the dog's name. What's the dog's name again? Help me out here. Fluffy. The dog's a barking. Fluffy will thank you. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me thank you. Let me loosen up your collar. Hold on. Let me loosen up Fluffy's collar. Tell me, do you want to see him bark in the wheelchair windshield again? I got to work on that one. Loosen up Fluffy's collar. Tell me, do you want to see Fluffy? The Fluffy shield again, maybe. That's it. Oh, the dog's Tucker? That's right, it's Tucker the fucker. Tucker. Oh, Tucker in the windshield. I wonder why she calls him Tucker. I haven't found. I need to order my Janie wig. Order my Janie wig. Oh, it's Tucker, but it's fluffy. I'm gonna have to do an AI song. Flucker. With Tucker and Fluffy. Flucker. Hey, Roxy. Oh, yes. Shit. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. Sunny, just popping in. Jack and Lily. Belinda's birthday's today. Have a great night. Bless for being voiced. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sunny. I appreciate you. Guys, please wish our dear Belinda a happy birthday. I was going to mention that, and thank you so much. I sent you a link to your email for Janie Wig. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Justin's karaoke taking request. Oh, God. Let's wish our dear Belinda a happy birthday. Belinda, truly, in all seriousness, we are wishing you the happiest of birthdays. We know that it's not the greatest time right now, but with everything that is going on, may you know that you have so many prayers for you, Jack, Lily, and we pray to our Creator every day that Jack and Lily are found and this can be resolved. You sang it to her in Messenger, Wolf? Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. And truly, without you, Belinda, Jack and Lily would have absolutely no family member speaking out for them. Absolutely none. And you have been the only one that has been sincere since the moment you heard Jack and Lily were missing in your approach to finding what is true, what is right. So, with that, God bless you, and we hope before this time next year comes around that Jack and Lily are found and justice is served. So we love you, Miss Belinda, so very much. thank you so much, Sunny, for reminding me on that. I thank you for doing a solid on that. I really, really do appreciate that. I would have felt absolutely horrible if I had not remembered that. So yes. Okay, how do I take this thing down? Damn. Where's it at? Okay, here we go. All right. Let's listen to this.
Anything that would be not under my name. Like I go fully into every.
It's such a weird thing, in my opinion, to state Daniel, you're talking about your stepkids, and he's talking about, he's supposedly doing this interview for his stepchildren, not himself, right? And he's speaking about he goes under his screen names online. Can you imagine just regular people who don't know about like the social media aspect of this case? They're probably looking at him like, why the hell are you talking about that? Who cares if you go on under another name? Well, imagine the kids in Tennessee aren't there hundreds. Craziness.
Comment with my name present. So I have nothing to hide. People are free to message me whenever, and people are free to discuss anything they want with me. Any angle, any perspective that they have, I'm open to it. And I will pass it along to investigators if it's a solid perspective.
Daniel, we don't need you to pass on anything to investigators other than the truth of what you know, in my opinion. That's the only thing we need you to pass on to investigators. If we feel like we need to tell something to investigators, why don't you tell them to call the RCMP? It doesn't need to go through you. Doesn't need to go through you, Daniel. Right? I am so tired of seeing him in this. I know. I don't. Does he not have more than like 2 or 3 shirts? I mean, I know Janie's wash a spinner. My wash a spinner can only hold a couple shirts and the dog collar. But, I try to make do. My poor little Danny needs his little neck hair trimmed. Janie, give him a haircut. Come on, Janie. If he put a turtleneck on, he'd look like a... Never mind. Ugh. Someone makes memes of D&J, those Halloween store memes. They send them to me all the time. I think that's his only outfit. That's why I have a wash a spinner, because Miss Malehya would only do laundry every 6 weeks, whether she needed to or not. So yeah. Someone needs to tell his mom to go to Temu and get him some shirts on the spin wheel. Yeah. So she got to wash a spinner. Yeah.
Every tip matters. All 800 and almost 900 of them matter.
Do you find that engaging helps for you?
It doesn't help me mentally, that's for sure, but I still do it. I'm basically desensitized to all judgment at this point. So if any...
You're desensitized for all judgment? I think if you was desensitized, you wouldn't give a fuck, in my opinion. That's what I think, Daniel. That's what I think. I don't think you're here for Jack or Lily. At all, actually. I think you're here to run your narrative about how innocent you try to portray yourself. It almost sounds like he was going to say, I'm desensitized to it, but stops and then says to all judgment. He wouldn't be crying on the AI images. Danny boy loves the AI images. God, Daniel, let me give you a haircut. I'll give you a haircut for free. I really will, honey. He's getting gray.
Anybody has anything, you can just come to me, or just, you can go to Major Crimes. You can go to your local police department. They'll pass along tips, or Crime Stoppers. Because this whole situation has drug on for way too long, and it's absolutely destroying everyone involved.
So what does this tell you now that the cadaver dogs were in, they didn't find anything? Do you think like the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
It should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start. Because
nothing to see here. Case closed, y'all. Case closed. What parent? What step parent? What someone that loves their loved one, much less a child, much less two children, that says, case closed, go home, nothing to see here. Most parents will say, don't stop, continue. We won't stop. We got to continue until we find Jack and Lily and get answers. This was before they searched his uncle's property. Mohawk, are you talking about my brother, Ron? Listen, he was going to give me a ride to town that day. I was tired. I let the chickens out at 6 a.m. in the morning, had a cup of coffee and a cigarette. A Misty Slim 1,000 and a half. Then I turned on my washer spinner and laid down on the couch and spin the wheel on Timu. Okay? Cigarettes and some Red Bull.
with the amount of resources and technology and amount of searchers and everyone deployed in that first initial search, that was a lot. That was an 8 kilometer radius outwards. And it's just the amount of money and people's time, injuries that were sustained during that. It's just
him and Don Wells. This man is, and if you will notice about him and Don Wells are the only two parents that I've ever heard talking about, oh my gosh, the searchers, they were, limping, they were getting hurt and all of that. Right? Now, I understand having compassion and being thankful for searchers, risking life and limb, essentially. But not to use that as a means to stop searching. Right? Oh my God, they were getting hurt. Can't, we need to stop this kind of thing. Who does that? Timu's cheaper than the Dollarama? Hey, pink roses. Hey, little red. October 8th and posted October 9th. Okay, I was thinking it was like a day or two behind, probably, yeah. Yes, you are, Sue. Good to see you, babe. Daniel, Sonic the Hedgehog wants their hairstyle back. Pokemon does not like you. Janie, my Temu account is willing to buy you some toys for your cupboard. Your cupboard, if you're willing to tell the truth. Yeah. Listen, I'll buy her 2 packs of cigarettes and all the dog treats she can eat. So there's that. And I'll buy her a washer dryer, not a washer spinner. Listen, Janie, you could have Daniel out of that trailer, and I can buy you a dryer, and you don't have to have a spinner. Okay? You don't have to have a spinner anymore. You can have a dryer. Good night, Carol. They need to search around Wade and Cindy's place. Daniel was there pretending to search. What was he actually doing? That's not a bad idea. How far do they live? An hour away. Temu stuff comes from China. Everything comes from China, pretty much. Everyone, mate, is what it is. I love my Australians. Stalking M, most likely. Yeah. Daniel is, in my opinion, the type of guy. You know how, like, you feel like someone's watching you or over top you or something, and you wake up in the middle of the night, Malehya, and you wake up with one eye, and he's over you. DM wanted case closed on day 1. I wonder what that means. He's anxious. His life is, yeah. And this is what I wish for whoever knows where Jack or Lilly are and what happened. I hope that they have hell in their soul right now until they tell the truth. I hope it is virtual prison. Maybe not physical prison, but I hope it is virtual prison for their heart. Jack and Lilly do not need to be out there, wherever out there is, just out there. Poor kids were absolutely, in my opinion, neglect, abused. RCMP failed victims of the yeah. I watched the Fifth Estate on that. They did an amazing job on that whole documentary. I don't know, like, I think RCMP, I think in the United States as well, whenever a child goes missing, they say that they consider it, they consider it, suspicious in the beginning. Then why didn't you get the family the hell out of that trailer, off that property? You allowed them to spend the night with family in there. Why? Oh, absolutely, Janet. Absolutely. Thank you, darling. Good job, but there's even more of it. What do you mean? I know what you mean.
People should have just
Gotcha.
opened their eyes to see that we need to look elsewhere. I pointed many fingers, and I think that's where the people.
We need to look elsewhere. I've pointed many fingers. I think that's where. And again, the text messages Daniel says a while back, I've got him, where he says, I'm the one doing media. I'm the one talking about Jack and Lilly. Malehya's not. And then he says, people on social media aren't going after me anymore. They're going after Malehya. And Sonny, that article about, was it Lindsay? I was watching you today, and that is brilliant. It was brilliant. And she can't get that out of her head. Me too, Autumn. Love you, darling. Where then, Daniel? Where? If you knew so much, tell us. Yeah, he's giving the RCMP all of these tips. Says the man who doesn't claim to know anything, except also says he knows a lot. All those times he says there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. You got a point, Sarah. You got a point. Pointing fingers and giving tips is what guilty people do, in my opinion. Yeah, he tries to get ahead of everything. But I call him a reptile because Daniel doesn't think about the shit that he said for the last nearly 6 months. Whatever he is in that interview at the time, he's just there for that interview. We'll worry about, the next interview when that happens. He doesn't think about, oh, well, I said this in this interview, a couple months ago. I better not say this. He doesn't care. As long as he seems okay in that interview. Yep. Gonna blame me for everything. 3 days in. I can imagine how it would have been confusing for her. You just getting out of the car and you have this gentleman, I use that very loosely, coming up to you, and he's the stepfather. And you say, Jack and Lilly, vanished from our home, and you're upset because your long-term girlfriend and your baby mama left you. But you say to her that Malehya is going to blame me for everything. That had to be confusing because you're like, blame me for everything. You said the kids walked out on their own. I think Canada News pays for interviews. They must do it for money. I don't know. Yeah, no scent trail in the woods. Nothing like that. Yep. She said she's always going to remember it because it was so odd and how he was so focused on his relationship. I think he is super super controlling. Even with it's too late. His girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend now, she said he told me I couldn't have any guy friends or anything. Girl, you are married with child. Go home. Fix your marriage. All right, guys, I'm out. Love you guys so much. Appreciate you all. Oh, thank you, Stacey. I didn't see that. Happy birthday, Belinda. Yes. Happy birthday to Miss Belinda. God bless you and keep you with happiness and health, Miss Belinda, and answers. And answers. I understand 4 others have the text, so who knows? DM will. Yes, there are people that has those texts. They will leak out. More of them will leak out. I think once she maybe gets out of the hospital and gets a little more regulated and all that, gets away from him, I think she might there might be some more leaks. We'll see. God bless you all. Justice for Jack and Lilly Sullivan. 6 months is too long. RCMP. There are too many kids active cases right now in Canada. What I just read 4 off just a little bit ago. And these babies need some answers. Did I close it already? I didn't. I was going to show it, but yep, I guess I already closed it. All right, guys. Much love. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.